Yeah, inside Oliver Tree, the widely uh inventive and internet savvy alternative pop star tragically died at age 32. Um I didn't know anything about him, but he has millions of fans through social media accounts, Instagram and YouTube. So he's a big pop star, but uh, sadly, we just heard about him after his death. So, rest in peace to him. But in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, on June 14th, the accident claimed 6 lives, including Oliver's and 5 others from Brazil, Argentina. Initially, many fans thought it was one of Oliver's famous pranks, since he built his career on chaotic stunts, and infamous pranks since he built his career on chaotic stunts. Yeah. Fake retirements, but Brazilian authorities confirmed the crash was a tragic accident. Oliver had recently cut public ties with his label, Atlantic Records, accusing them of shelving his album and forcing him to into TikTok trends. Let's take a look at this video real quick.
I left my record label, let's talk about it. After making tens of millions of dollars over 8 years for Atlantic Records, they no longer want to support my art because I'm not making songs for TikTok. And after dedicating my entire life to making art, I never got into this to make TikTok songs. I know the effects of TikTok. I've had multiple songs that connected there, but that's not why I got into making art. Over the last 2.5 years, I traveled 82 countries and recorded this album on all 7 continents. These are the types of projects that charge me as an artist. This is why I got into it in the first place. And just because I'm not making songs for TikTok means that the label doesn't want to support the vision. Well, guess what? I don't give a shit. And after you guys have joined together in tens of thousands and sent messages to the label, we have officially reached a negotiation over the past course of a week. My team has got the label to agree to release Love You Madly, Hate You Badly on my personal imprint, Alien Boy Records. You guys, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. This music is finally going to see daylight. So support your local indie artists and go pre-order my album.
Basically, and then his last video eerily featured helicopters. You see right there on the left, just
Mm.
two of the helicopters. Um, mm, fuck, I lost it. Yeah, predicted death, supposedly, fueling conspiracy theories. Beyond the rumors, Oliver's legacy is vast, from his viral Turbo persona and its hits like Life Goes On. Life Goes On and On and On. I bet you heard of that one. Yeah. To his posthumous foundation funding emerging artists. Oliver was a sharp critic of fame. Um, yeah. And music industry exploitation. Friends like Melanie Martinez and Travis Barker mourned deeply. His mother's heartfelt tribute confirmed the
Finality.
fatality, something like that. Others' music and wild creativity remain immortal, a beacon for those who dare to be different. But this her is that's X, I think. I believe. I believe that's the X, but yeah, that's sad to know that a guy we didn't know, but tragically we knew him by the death, and that he created these songs, and he was a weird character for sure. Totally different from what we are usually known for, but definitely a character. And I don't know, is it predicted programming? It is weird seeing the 2 helicopters and the pizza stuff that he's been pushing out. Maybe he was like fighting against exploitation of the music industry. They saw that, they see the money, tens of millions of dollars being drained out of their bank accounts because he's gonna walk away. Maybe there's a attempt to put him away for calling us out, taking our money away, him going independent, because those real independent people that you're taking away from them, it's definitely a threat. So, you should start out by having leverage in your music industry so they don't have to keep funding you, take your funding away, yada, yada, yada. But Jess mentioned there was a video of him actually talking about Antarctica and he has a bunch of footage and stuff. Maybe that's a possibility. It's very layered, but again, we're just speaking of what we hear and our opinions about it. So we don't really know, but time and time again you hear stories about Atlantic Records, Jess, you want to say anything about, because I top of my head with Atlantic Records, I
No,
you
I
don't
don't.
got
Not
nothing.
really.
You got nothing.
Not really. Really, I would have just said what you kind of said. It's just a whole bunch of the videos with a whole bunch of hearsay. I mean, I don't know, because I can't really name any other people that. But it's a
Yeah,
lot.
that,
Obviously, it's a lot. But
yeah. And Atlantic Records is a big industry too. It holds a lot of actually, let me look. Who does Atlantic Records? Oh, damn. Bruno Mars, Cardi B, Jack Harlow, Charlie Puth, Lil Uzi Vert. So yeah, very big industry of big name artists that, some of their stuff you see, they're not freely creative control. There's messaging in their music videos, and um Atlantic record execs have control of that. So, um Oliver, he didn't have any creative control. Labels force artists to chase short-term TikTok virality. Labels millions over 8 years face frozen budgets and operational neglect, including staff forgetting to upload his music to streaming apps. Intentionally financializes tragedy, valuing artists more dead than alive. Tree bypassed this by legally routing 100% of his future royalties into independent physical art grants. So he believed in himself to the point where he just, no wealth for my family, my if I have kids and a wife, no money for them. This is all back to the artists. Um, you know, kudos for him. Rest in peace to the brother. Didn't know you as much. Clearly, you're for the younger generation, and you're definitely a character. But all in all, it's a sad story for sure. I don't know, boo or bomb. Bomb, as in he was fighting against like the music industry. Supposedly, there could be plants that have these people, because it's normalized now that you go against these music industry. I don't know. But Oliver's helicopter crash happened around 9 a.m. So, local above Rio's western zone, hitting an EV dealership parking lot, causing a lithium battery field fire. Alongside Oliver, five others died. Argentine YouTubers Gaspar Prime and Lucas Vegano. Brazilians Lucas Brito Chavez, Charlie Marcelac, and pilot Alexandra Souza. Um, damn, tragic death. But again, it's so fucking weird that a helicopter in an open space, no traffic at all, only one pilot comes out of nowhere and hits you. Like, they're supposed to be professional pilots, yo. Am I wrong? Like, they're supposed to be professional, and this shit happens. It's just, I love the fact that after his death, people, yeah, they mourn, oh, they're sad, but they dug so fucking quick to, like, okay, what the fuck? Let's look into these videos, yo, like why this happened, what's the coincidence behind this. And people will have their speculations and full on just, and I'm so proud of you guys, so proud of you guys to dig in deep into that, because you don't want his name to be in vain, pretty much. His last album, Love You Madly Hate You Badly, was released April 24th under his own label after a public spat. Yeah, so he left around April, and then May, June, damn, 2 months. Viral conspiracy theorists falsely claim Oliver faked his death to escape Atlantic Records. These were debunked by official aviation and police investigation. Oliver's foundation, Dr. Oliver Tree's art grants for baby geniuses, will manage his estate and future royalties to fund emerging artists, bypassing family inheritance. So yeah, he didn't want to give any money to his family or kids because they want them to go through their step in life. you know, no inheritance, you figure your stuff out. And I could see in a way, yeah, but now you think again, like it's a hard time for a lot of people to get into schools,
He
or
got kids.
I don't think he does. I think it was just hypothetical. If I did have kids before his death, it's like they're not gonna get anything. But yeah, comment below you guys' thoughts on that. Rest in peace to all of them.